Christmas, the North Pole. Who are you gonna call?
Get in the sleigh. Fortunately, I know all your home addresses.
Hi, welcome to Moments with Mimi. And today we're going to talk about Christmas, the real meaning of Christmas. And Santa Claus is the real meaning of Christmas. Just listen to this song and you'll know what I'm talking about as we continue this video. Enjoy.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
So you can see this is the true story of Christmas. Christmas is about making a wish and, planting that seed and dying to it, and then it comes to you. It's the winter. You're sitting there telling a story, and in the spring, out it comes. And you were imagining it, sitting by the fireplace, eating popcorn. It was great. So Christmas is about, imagination, and you and your consciousness all agreeing this is it. And consciousness is Santa Claus, and imagination is Santa Claus, and attention, your attention is part of it. This is Santa Claus. This is you. You are Santa Claus, okay? And you are also the one making the wish, the Father and the Son. So you tell Santa what you want. I want this. I have this. Thank you. I just love it. Thank you. I love it. And Papa says, don't you worry. You've been good. I mean, who knows if you've been, when you stop and think about it. I know. But stop and think about it. He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. Well, only you know when you're sleeping and when you're awake, and only you know what you judge as bad or good, so you know whether you've been good or bad. And you're the one who's judging you, okay? So you're the one who's worried about whether you're going to get a lump of coal or just a piece of fruit, or you're going to get something spectacular, Oh yeah, my conscience is clear. I'm good. I'm perfect. I deserve this. I'm worthy. I'm the best. Give me that. And it comes. Now, in Christmas time, the way it works in the physical world and in the spiritual world is, you think of someone, and we're only one being. So when you think of someone, that you want to give a gift to, then it will pop up at you somewhere. Something will pop up at you and say, oh, yeah, that gift's for Aunt Mary. I'm getting that from Aunt Mary. Well, you haven't bought Aunt Mary a gift in years. I know, but that is for Aunt Mary. And I'm getting it, and I'm giving it to her. And it's because Aunt Mary's been thinking about having it. Okay? And you're getting it to her in some way. We're all God and man. So we're all making these wishes about things we want to have. And so as you think about someone, it will come to you. It will come to you. And what gift you should give them. And then you give it to them. I described this in another video, but to give you an example, whether your child tells you or not what they want for Christmas, it will come to you. And if your child does tell you what they want for Christmas, and you are so far into objective land that you're not going to give that to them, you may find yourself just giving it to them. Neville tells a story about a little boy whose parents were adamant they were not going to get a dog. But, in the end, the city of New York gave him a dog for a contest, an essay he wrote, and they couldn't refuse the mayor of New York City in the whole of New York City, so he got to keep his dog. Comes wrapped up in your beliefs. My son wanted a dog. I was adamant we were not going to have a dog. And he walked around going, just a little black puppy this high with a tail that long. And he would walk around saying this. And it comes wrapped up in your beliefs. He knew if he persisted, I would give in eventually, because he knew I loved animals and I would give in. And I did. The day came. Okay, we'll go get a dog. We go up to the shelter, and that just happens to be the day a litter of little black puppies this big, this high, with tails that long came in. So I go pick out your dog. It was perfect. There's only one being here. So we're all, cruising along, bringing messages, bringing gifts. And we're all playing Santa Claus. And the objective world will tell you, well, your mom and dad are Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. Well, no, there's Santa Claus. And he's inside you, and he's you. Okay? You're the one who wants it, and you're also the one giving it to you. So it's all you. There's only one being here. You don't worry about how it's going to come, because everybody else is you. Okay? They're all you in another costume. And a good thing to remember is, I used to tell this to my kids a lot. If you had landed in the same place as that person and had grown up in their house with their experiences, you'd be saying the very same things and doing the same things they're doing. So cut it out. Okay? They're you in another costume. Okay? Just walk away. You don't gotta hate on them. You don't have to love on them. But you walk away. Okay? You walk away. You're not gonna listen to that stuff. And don't let it bother you. They're just being silly. Okay? They're ignorant. They're not ugly or anything else. They're just ignorant. And that is very true. Now that I see life subjectively, I see that. That's true. My mom used to say, oh, they're just jealous. And my dad would say, no, they're ignorant. And I came to realize, yeah, they're just ignorant. They can have everything I have. There's nothing to be jealous of or anything else. It's just stuff. It's stuff. You can have as much stuff as you want. But for me, the important thing was, finding some peace and love and comfort. And I was sick of the good and the bad and the good and the bad. Enough with that stuff. And when I found Neville, I came to realize that, the people who cry about Santa Claus is ruining Christmas and all this merchandising and blah, 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 they don't get it. They're objective man, Okay, y'all hush. Everybody's having fun shopping. Everybody's having fun thinking about other people and giving them gifts. Why do you care? And it's, things like that. It's everyone's feeling good. Everyone's thinking well. Everyone's feeling prosperous and abundant. And it's showing itself in the outside world with all these sales of all these Christmas items, everybody going to see Santa Claus, and these kind of things. And, you know, the fun is, this is what it is. You were killed Santa Claus at some point in your life, usually around the age of 9.
Well, of course it was.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, your mum and dad, one day a year, for no particular reason, just out of the blue, suddenly decide to give you a great big pile of presents.
No, because they love you so much. It's a lovely story, dear.
Yeah, but it's time to start living in the real world, yeah?
Okay. Right. Clara Oswald. Mostly favours travel books, science kits, strict ban on hair products, marginal for the naughty list 93. Leave her until the age of 9. Why did you stop?
Because you're a fairy tale.
So, it's the story of being born again. And the New Testament is always telling you go back to the Old. That's where the script is, okay? The New Testament is a microcosm of this state. And it is the state of David. It is the state of Joshua. It is the state of Jesus. And the Psalms are the oldest part of the Bible. And this came from the Assyrians and the Babylonians. And those stories got, those Psalms and stories got rewritten and started the Old Testament. So you have the same states of consciousness being shown and going through, and the 12 laws through the ancient Assyrians and Babylonians. And this is, leading up to David and the ancient Egyptians. And it gets to David. And then David is born. And even though, he does horrible things, he always turns within. He always turns to God. And he's the one giving himself a lump of coal, and he's the one who gives himself relief and mercy and love. And that's, Santa Claus. You're the one who thinks you're being bad, you get a lump of coal. You're the one who thinks you're being good, you get everything. So it's, that kind of thing. And the story of Jesus's birth is no different than what is implied when Moses passes and becomes Joshua, or when David passes and becomes King Solomon. And Solomon is the goal. Joshua becomes Solomon. And in the New Testament, Jesus he rises up. And it's implied you're going to go back to the Old Testament and tie this together and see that now you're walking the road of Jesus, becoming Solomon. And this is one who, lives, breathes, and believes in the 12 laws of love and operates them accordingly. So it's understanding it's all about love. And sometimes your nut is just that. And a lot of people don't understand unconditional love. They think unconditional love is you love me whether I'm good or bad. And unconditional love is attention. I'll give you an example. The NFL Monday Night Football did not become popular and wonderful because of football. It became popular and wonderful because everyone loved to hate on Howard Cosell and laugh at Dandy Don getting drunk. Howard Cosell out there just spouting his opinion, full of this, full of that. Everybody loved to hate on Howard. You know, it wasn't the football, it was Howard. It wasn't the football, it was Dandy Don. Okay. This is what made Monday Night Football popular. And when they were gone, they got some good people in there, but it's never the same. It's never the same. Never has been. So it's about, understanding that you're born again. And you can be a virgin like Mary. You can be an old man like Moses. You can be a man like Abraham. You are born from above. You're having a baby. And it doesn't matter if, the woman and the man are just, they're just avatars. They represent the two sides. Okay, the conscious and the subconscious, the creative side, the divine love. This is what it manifests as in man. So it comes to be if you give your attention to it. And attention is unconditional love. You loved giving Howard Cosell attention. You loved giving Dandy Don your attention. And you loved them. You loved them for their crass and drunken ways. You loved them. They were magnificent. It's the same thing. You find something that you love and you love it to bits and you give it attention. Now that can be something bad or something good. It's attention. And this is the results of the rice experiment. If you have ever done that or read about it, it's if you give attention to rice in water that is loving, it will ferment. If you give that rice the I hate you attention, it will grow black mold. And if you ignore it, it grows green and black mold, and it is nasty. Okay, that's a volcano. That's a monster under your bed. That's something you accepted in your consciousness and ignored. Okay, you're supposed to pull that out and say, I love you, but I don't like this. And because of that, I love you and I release you. You don't have to be like this. I know you're better than that. And walk away. You don't have to be like this. They don't. It's your play. You decide. So the true meaning of Christmas is Santa Claus. Okay? The story of the baby Jesus being born at Christmas and that he died to save your sins is you. You will be born from above in some way, shape, or form. It will come wrapped up in your beliefs. It may not be, like Neville's, and it may not be like the one written in the Bible, but there'll be a baby. There will be a baby, and that baby will smile and laugh. And you'll know, and if you don't know, you'll probably ask somebody, and they'll tell you. But you're born from above when that happens, and it can happen to anyone, virgin, male, female, old, young, at any time, summer, winter, fall, spring. And it'll happen when it is your time. All things come in their own time. It's a play. Everyone has their entrance and their exit. It's a play. And you're not leaving the play until you start to see that it's your play and everybody else is just playing the part you imagined somewhere. Maybe you were gardening and weeding when you thought of it. Who knows? No one knows. That's the beauty of it. And there's only one being doing it. So it's really great and it's really beautiful. So the birth of the baby Jesus is about you entering the state of Jesus. You've been born from above. You've now entered into the state of Jesus, into the state of David. And you're finishing that final lap that takes you to Solomon. And Solomon is just, the watcher. He's the king. He's the one who takes care of everything because he knows it's all within. And, riches come to him. The most beautiful babes come to him. It all comes to him. And he judges on the side of love. And everyone loves King Solomon. So I hope this helps. It's really about Santa Claus. But we needed Pope Julius to do that so that when we were in our darkest hour of this contraction, of this baby being born to humanity, then, we had it there. And it helped to bring that baby out. So, it really is quite lovely and wonderful. I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Captain George Painter is the last word in authority for Hulse and his men, and the last chance to call a halt before word reaches HQ.
Merry Christmas to you.
But instead of stopping the party...
Well, chaps, I brought a little something for you.
He fuels it with Fortnum and Mason's rum. At this moment in time, there are dozens of similar scenes all along the Western Front, a collection of isolated outbreaks.